you are being inducted into the Houston Sports Hall of Fame, man. Congratulations, brother.
All right, and he's here, Lance Berkman. Great to have you here.
Oh, good to be here. Thanks.
No doubt, you look surprised. So first of all, congratulations. What was your reaction to this latest honor? And it had to be extra special, of course, given your ties to the city.
Oh, no question. I mean, well, first of all, I had to get over a heart attack because my assistant coach told me, hey, there's something that's happened with one of our players. The police want to talk to you. And I was like, this is bizarre. And then, of course, when they pull up sirens blaring, I thought, oh, man, what's happened? But after I got over that, obviously, I was very thrilled that it was good news. And certainly, I mean, I feel like I wasn't born and raised here, but I feel like lived here my whole life and competed in college here, and of course with the Astros, and it's a high honor and one that I wasn't expecting for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're an H-Town icon, right?
I don't know about that.
All right, as you look back on your Astros career, what are some of your favorite memories?
I think for sure kind of that 04, 5, and 6 period of time there when in 2004 we won the first division series that the Astros had ever won. We ended up losing in the NLCS, and then 05 we went to the World Series for the first time ever. So there was a lot of firsts that I got to be a part of on that Houston roster. And we played. It's kind of funny. We played 3 full seasons and never played a meaningless game in 4, 5, and 6. We clinched the playoffs on the last day in 4 and 5, and then lost it on the last day in 06. So I would say that period for sure. A lot of great teammates. Then the other highlight for me would be the All-Star game in 2004 that I got to play in here in front of the hometown fans and the home run derby and all that. So.
All right, well, you're heading up the baseball program at Houston Christian University. Have you ever thought about wanting to manage the pros one day?
People have asked me that now, especially since Dusty retired, and my answer is always the same. Like I would love to consider it, and I'm always up for an opportunity like that. To see the game at the highest level is a lot of fun, and I'd be interested in it in the right circumstance for sure.
The right circumstances. And you just mentioned Dusty. What are your thoughts on Dusty's departure?
Well, Dusty's, talk about an icon in baseball. I mean, this guy is unbelievable, and I never got the privilege of playing for him, but I've never, ever met anybody in baseball, and I've met a lot of people that had a bad word to say about Dusty. Everybody loves him, people that play against him, people that play for him, so it seems like he was on the field for every major event that's ever happened in the game, going back to, the 60s. So great career, great man, wish him nothing but the best.
All right, so you're already a member of the Astros Hall of Fame, now the Houston Sports Hall of Fame. Looking back at your career, would you have been able to predict this level of success?
I mean, I think when you're doing it, you don't really think about those kind of things. Especially, I like, when it seems like for me anyway, and I can't speak for everybody, but I was always concerned with trying to be good at the level that I was at. So it's not great grammar, but when I was in college, I wanted to be great in college, and I wanted to get a chance to play pro ball. And then when you get to A ball, you're trying to get to double A and so forth. And then when you get to the big leagues, you're worried about staying there and being competitive. And so I think with hindsight and retrospectively, I mean, it would be tough to predict or to think, oh, well, I had a chance to do that. And it just seemed like I had my head down the whole time. And now I've kind of been able to pick it up a little bit and look back and appreciate some of the things that I was able to accomplish on the field.
All right, listen, we all know the Astros came up short this season. As an observer, what are your thoughts on the season, and what do you feel like the team needs going forward?
Well, I think, last year obviously was great in winning it, and then you're always a little bit leery when you have young players that are performing at a really high level. So we had a lot of good young pitching that they were lights out all throughout the 22 playoffs. And, of course, this year those guys are going to regress a little bit to the mean, and I think you saw some of that, and I think that ultimately is the reason that we came up a little bit short. But then the great news is they're young players, and so they're going to just keep getting better. So I think the Astros are well positioned to be a force in the league for the next 5 or 6 years until you start to see that roster turn over a little bit. But they've got some time left, and the window's still wide open.
Window's wide open. All right, you're going to be joining Craig Biggio and Jeff Bagwell in the Houston Sports Hall of Fame. These are two of your former teammates. I mean, how special is that for you to now have that history together?
Well, those guys are great, and they personally mentored me in different ways. I mean, they're two different guys. I'm sure you've been around them and met them. Mm-hmm. They have two different ways of approaching things, and so I learned a lot from both Craig and Jeff throughout my career, and they were instrumental really as a young player and teaching me what it meant to be a professional, not just to be in the big leagues. You know, just because you're in the major leagues doesn't make you a major leaguer. And they kind of showed me, hey, this is how you do it, and this is how you become a real pro. And so I have a great appreciation for both of those guys. And it's anytime you're mentioned with those two guys, it's a high honor.
All right, Lance Berkman, a big congratulations to you once again, and we wish you all the success with the baseball program at Houston Christian University.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in.
All right.